Hi everybody, Bob Stafford here, Trainmaster Bob. It's been like 2 months since I put out a video, and it's one of these 2 months where if it could possibly go wrong, it happened. I know we've all had those times we've experienced things like that before, right? Well, the hard drive was going out on my computer. I've had my computer for years. It was obsolete, I knew it. And I bought a new computer at the beginning of March. And I had a custom built local shop with a large video card put in it so I could better edit videos and take some of the DaVinci Resolve lessons and get better at doing these videos. Well, I had a computer like a little over a week, and then on March 11th the computer just wouldn't download anything onto the hard drive. You could still get on the internet, but couldn't do anything with the hard drive. So I took it back over to the shop, and it was like, oh, got to figure this out because this is abnormal, you know. So of course it's abnormal, right? So anyways, he takes my computer part by part, trying to figure out what's going on. He figured out that the power supply failed on it. Well, and then he figured out, well, the power supply failed. It did something to the hard drive because the hard drive, he could not access the hard drive to get any information off of it. So then, spent the next several weeks trying various things to access the hard drive. And finally he admitted defeat. He said, I normally don't admit defeat, but I just can't get into this hard drive. So then he sent it to a friend of his. A friend of his went through the whole process. They could not get into the hard drive either. So then my hard drive got shipped off to a data recovery service. And the data recovery service, I think they took it apart or something, but they come back and said that when the power supply failed, it caused a power surge, and the power surge dropped the two arms onto the platter. Now you computer tech guys know what that is. I really don't. But that was why no one was able to access into the hard drive. Well, they were able to get into the hard drive, and I could have brought a brass locomotive for what that cost, and retrieve most of my data back. Looks like I got really about 90% of it. So far I have not found any of my train pictures. I think they might be lost, but at least the family pictures are back. So I've not had a computer for 9 weeks. So I got the computer back yesterday evening, and today is Friday the 17th of May. So from March 11th to May 17th, been a long period, not been able to put together any videos or edit them. So, let me tell you, what have I been doing in all this time? Well, I spent most of the time hauling boxes down from the attic and sorting through them. I hauled all my Burlington Northern and BNSF records that I'd saved, mostly from the garbage can, and went through all that and sorted it, and I filled up 12 Bankers boxes with stuff, which I took down to the Northwest Railroad Archives in Burien, Washington, and donated to the Friends of the Burlington Northern and to the Northwest Archives directly. And I got a nice letter back actually from them a couple weeks later, thanking me for the donation, and also that I had given them a lot of things that they did not have in their archives pertaining to the management side of the railroad. You know, like I gave them my manual for being a weed weasel. You know, the operations testing manual and derailment prevention books, things like that. And then the other thing I did is I called the Pueblo Railroad Museum in Pueblo, Colorado, asked them if they would want some stuff. They said, yeah, we'll take anything you got. So I shipped them off 2 boxes. two bankers boxes again of stuff. Never heard anything from them. No idea if they got it or not, except I got a UPS, a receipt saying that they had received it. And I also sent a big envelope to the South Dakota Railroad Museum, and I got a nice letter back from Rich Mills, curator there, thanking me for the donation. And I also hauled all my buildings down from the attic. I have boxes of buildings I packed up back in 2010 when I moved out of Granite Falls, and I'd wrapped the buildings up in bubble wrap when I put them in the boxes, and a good thing I did, because when I opened the boxes up I found out that my assembled buildings now were back in kit form basically. I think the extreme temperature changes up in the attic between hot and cold just broke all of the glue joints, and the buildings basically just fell apart. So I put each of the buildings into Ziploc bags, and now I gotta go through them eventually and put them back together, see what I can salvage. And see what's damaged, because like I noticed on the Walters lumber yard, at the base of it was warped from the heat, and also one of the lumber trusses also looked like it was warped. So we'll see what other damages happen. And I also got all the buildings down off the old layout that we took down 2 years ago for the remodel. And they're all in good shape except for Becker Electronics. The weight of the popcorn that I had in the box surrounding it collapsed the roof on it and damaged the roof. Other than that, everything else was in very good shape. So that's what I've done there. As far as the railroad's been concerned, I got some more wiring in. And also, I got the town of Shonersville in, which is directly behind me here. I got the track in, the wiring in. I've had 2 different guys come over, run the Shonersville drill over there and test it out for me, and we found a few little things that need to be tweaked. And I think it's all tweaked now. I'll have somebody else come over here shortly and we'll run it again and get their input. So I'll take the camera. It comes off the main line here right at the west end of Richard's Yard. Goes in siding. This area right in here, that's work in progress as far as how the tract buildings and things are going to go in there. I just haven't quite made up my mind. The rest of this is pretty well set. Got the slate belt area over here. I'll get have two delivery spots here. Milk cars will come in here on the front part of the dairy, and this area just will be loading processed milk out from local farms and shipping to Jersey City. And then on the other side of the building is where spot cars of coal for the boilers for it. And on that same spur as the coal cars, I got one of these Front Street warehouses from Walters, so I'm planning to put into there. And next we'll start down along the siding here. I have a Atlantic hosiery over here. That's our silk mill, hosiery mill. And I got one of these interstate fuel oil dealers I want to put in there. I'll make it into a Texaco. That's my plan. Because you know you can trust your car to the man who wears a star, right? Anyways, this switch right here, this is going to become a cement junction switch here going off the cement mill. And And then we kind of come back in this back corner here. And that's right now that's where I'm putting a pit chemical. It's still a work in progress. And the siding will just come around here and back into the main line. And let me explain to you what I've got going on over here though. We got the main track, and then we have the siding beside it. Okay, now coming off the siding here, we have track storage 1. Then we got a lead here, got to go into pit chemical track 2 and pit chemical track 3. And then this track here continues back here, and this is storage 2. Storage 2 is designed so you have a place to clear mainline trains if they're having a meet in the siding. Also to build your outbound train in as you are pulling cars. Anyways, this is where we're at. The other change I'm making on the layout is I decided to put the cement mill that was originally in my shop area over there, left over from when I was Bath, Pennsylvania on the old layout, to move it into here, into the main layout room. And it's been expanded with the Walters cement mill kit. It was a kit that my friend Ray Wheeler had, and he donated it to the cause here. And this just makes it more logical because we'll come out of Jersey City, Maybrook, to the cement mills, to the industrial towns, basically Lehigh Valley thinking. And then we'll go out into the next room, and then into the next room, which will represent Wilkes-Barre. That's where I have the coal mine over there instead of having it in here where the cement mill was located in the past. And then there will also be the interchange tracks over there with the Pennsylvania Railroad and Lehigh Valley. So that's the major changes I've basically made. Got Schonersville installed and operational, and relocated to cement mill. It's still moving things around in there yet. It's not quite in its final form yet, I don't think. And it's just a case of having to lay more track, do more wiring, just keep on progressing here. But we can now have limited operations, and that's always fun to have somebody over and run a train, do some switching. I enjoy the company. I'll do a separate video coming up here shortly on Schonersville and explain how I like my concept over there and how I envision the Schonersville drill serving Schonersville. And until next time, this is Bob signing off. If you thought my video was good and have information for you, please give me a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And remember, model railroading, we got the best, most interesting hobby in the world. Okay, guys? So let's go out there, let's build something, let's run some trains. Okay? Bye.